Boluwaduro Okunade is a financial giant who has conquered the realms of finance. He's a TEDx speaker, CEO of 6 companies, and has raised millionaires through his mentorship platforms. He's also the founder and lead analyst of Trade with Bolu, with over 2,000 enrolled students in various courses. Boluwaduro is the CEO and co-founder of Z Realty, a company committed to making landed property accessible to Gen Z, and Investucation, a company committed to simplifying investment education. He is also a certified Microsoft specialist. Boluwaduro Okunade is a man running with a vision to make people legitimately wealthy.
Ladies and gentlemen, with all the love in our hearts, please put your hands together as we invite Boluwaduro Okunade. Keep clapping, keep clapping, keep clapping.
Keep clapping till he gets here. Thank you so much.
Come on, make it louder. Early Millionaires. Wow, the energy is high. Okay. I have a few minutes, but nobody can beat me, Abby. Right. So before I move on, I want to specially thank, the CUFS platform. Super, super amazing set of people. But beyond that, I want to take extensive time to thank our Dean CMSS. Can we put our hands together for her? You people don't know, let me use the current slang that is in vogue. You people don't know the idon that we pulled in 1 week with the help of this woman. Let's put our hands together for her again. All right, and we also have the HOD of economics here. Help me put our hands together for her. You have no idea. I just met them, I think it was 2 weeks ago, right? I mean, I almost have no business with CMSS building, but I sat down in their offices and we were to do some plus and minuses here. And I just looked at her and she had the heart of a mother. And within that time to now, the help that they did for us, we could not have done it in 6 months. They covered it in less than 6 days. Let's put our hands together for her again. Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you so much, Ma. I'm honestly very honored to have had their support throughout the program, right? Can we get started? Come on, give me feedback. Can we get started? Are you ready? I'm going to do an activity quickly. They were meant to give me Lavalia, but I don't know. I'll fight with them later, right? So I've done this before, but I'll always do it almost anywhere I get to speak. Are you with me? So let's follow me as I just do this together. So I'm just going to tear these few pieces of paper. Are you looking at me? Are you with me? Can we do that? And we go along with me, right? Is that fine? So like, where's this guy going? He has come again. Okay, thank you. Can we check the other one? Can we count together? 3, 2, 1, go. When I say 3, 2, 1, you shout go. 3, 2, 1. All paper, right? Okay, amazing. I'll do one last one because of time. 3, 2, 1. It's interesting. One last one. 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Okay? And let's do the final one. 3, 2, 1. Go or no? Why? Why now? Shane's paper we have been tearing since morning. So your goal was loud. Can we do it again? 3, 2, 1. I should give you. You can help me tear it, Abby. That's what you do for a living. You're a professional tearer. Okay. 3, 2, 1. I should give you. Who is you? Come on, take it. No, I have to screen this lady. Thank you so much. That's the reason why I did that. Oh, give it to him. Give it to her, Jerry. Okay. I won't separate fight outside you. Okay, that's the reason why I did that. And my question is it not paper? It's a simple question, right? This is paper, that is paper. Why do you say go and later change to what? Why is it so important? I remember when I was in secondary school, and I sat down, and something happened. I was sitting down, and I used to be the chapel prefect. What we currently have, the version is the student chaplain now. And I went to a particular class during night prep. How many of you did night prep? No, I didn't say how many of you had it in this. How many of you truly observed it? We used to do during night prep, right? And I was there. So I just went round the classes, and I got to a particular class, and I saw, a lady, and I think she was doing something that wasn't so accurate. And I remember I just lightly cautioned her, like, how far now? And then I left. And then, unknowingly to me, we had the student chaplain, and then we had, the staff chaplain. So the staff chaplain, for some reason, I don't know, went to that class the next day, and she was doing the same thing. And then, it's a big deal. They took out an assembly, punished her, and shenanigans. And it looked like I was the one that went to go and do what? I was the one that went to go and snitch, right? So I didn't know anything about this. So the lady's mother came to school. And when she came to school, she was ranting, she was shouting, how will you bring my daughter? Can you call? And then I had an assistant. And when you are looking for people to defend you, how many of you have had those instances? Were you not there? Me? There? Where? I made up my life in this school. SDC, I will not be there. Even witness, I will not be there. Are you with me? And my assistant student chaplain, that version, I looked at him. I said, were you not there? Did I report? And the guy's mouth was quiet. Chairman, you assist me. Were you not there? And the woman came and made a public mockery of me in school, shouting at me on the walkway. And I looked, and I found out that this lady was the one paying that guy's school fees. So there's no burn-up to say whether or not she was wrong or not. Are you following what I'm saying? The entire management from top to bottom sealed. Because on prize giving day, she will give them money for sponsorships and all of that. So the day she was shouting, ranting, wrecking. My mother is a Yoruba. How many of you have Yoruba mothers here? My mommy came, she didn't know whether I was wrong, whether I was right. And she just saw somebody shouting. What did she do? Fire for fire. And I saw something that was a landmark in my life. That money shut the mouth of people. That was the first encounter. I said, in my life, nobody will shut my mouth because of money. Nobody will shut the truth because of money. I remember that was a landmark event. Fast forward to when I was about to leave school. I'm telling all these stories for a reason. My slides are really quick. I was about to leave school, and something somehow, somewhere happened. I remember, I think I've said it here before. My father called me a few minutes to jam, or a few days to jam. He said, Bolu. I said, yes, Daddy. How are you doing? How is jam? I said, what? It's fine. He said, help us and check if you can change your university from Covenant University to another university. If there's still space in Unilag. I said, what happened? Why do you want to change me from where? Covenant to where? Unilag. My daddy said, we don't think we can cover the fees of both you and your what? And your brother. Because we were not poor. I knew they had money. That's when I knew poverty was. I didn't used to think that people can get poor. I thought, once you are rich, you are rich. I saw the reality. For some reason, I cannot explain. And I remember sitting down there. Eventually, the Lord helped me. I got a scholarship, but I vowed. I said, this is how they would have changed the course of my destiny. Look at me today. What if I was in Unilag? You think this would be here? This is what the devil saw. And I remember sitting down there. And I made a strange commitment that year. I was in 200 level. Some people were in my room that year. I said, before I turn 18, I was going to read 100 books on finances. Anyhow, I was going to do it. I didn't care. I was going to study 100 materials on finances. I said, if this thing is a law, then it must what? It must work. And I began to study and study and study and study, and a large chunk of those principles have been covered. And I'm here to speak on something. Can I have my slides? Which I found out, which is really amazing. Visionary millionaires catching the vision early for a successful financial future. Let's go to the next slide. There's a terrible song that we used to sing, right? Que sera, sera. Help me. Go on. All of us were trim out on assembly. Up to now, I still don't know some things in assembly, right? Whatever will be, will what? I have a Christian worldview, and I was studying one day. It's a popular scripture, and I stumbled upon something again. Joshua chapter 1 and verse 8. It's a popular scripture, but I'm going to start from there. Please pay serious attention. I don't know if you have it for me. It says, this book of the law shall not what? But thou shalt meditate on it what? That thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written what? I've read this scripture. I was a student chaplain, for God's sake. By the time they say, well, I've completed it for them. I've completed it for them. But one day I was studying, and I saw some words that stuck out to me. Put it back on the screen, please. Then thou shalt make thy way. And I came up with one of my philosophies in life. Right? Let's go back to my slides. I realized, and this is a very heavy philosophy for me, tomorrow does not exist. Because if he told me that I'm going to make my way, it means the way does not exist. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And I came up with an equation. Pull up to the next slide. I'm going to run through quickly. I said tomorrow has an equation. Tomorrow is equal to today plus time plus your actions. Can we say that together? Tomorrow, come on, give me feedback. Tomorrow, say it again. Say tomorrow. There's one voice speaking to my head that should give the loudest person giveaway. But I'm casting the voice of the devil. I say, no, it can't be. Right? It's Dr. Steven that will do that. Are you with me? So let's say it again. Say tomorrow. I am not doing giveaway. Say it again. Say tomorrow. Is equal to today plus time plus my actions. Say, let's personalize it. Say my tomorrow is equal to today plus time plus my actions. When I read that, I say wahala. I said, so it doesn't exist. Nobody's future exists here. Are you with me? If a man and a woman should get married today, are you aware that there is a level of predictability if they have no childbearing issues? If they sleep with each other, in 9 months, we should see what? A child. Are you with me? It shouldn't be a miracle. Are you sure what I'm saying? So there's a predictable outcome if you take some actions today. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So I used to have this thing that, they say, whoever will be rich. How many of you have heard that? Whoever will be rich will be rich. Are you with me? Right? They say if everybody is rich, who will the rich now employ? Why should it be that will be employed? They say, all fingers are not equal. Must you be the short one? You follow what I'm saying? Me, I want to be the tall finger. And so I started, being very, very, very intentional about tomorrow. Somebody say tomorrow. I lived a very weird young life, and I don't regret it. Are you with me? I don't regret it. And I'm going to tell you some of those things. Let's move 2 slides. I don't have time to show you some statistics because of time. Can we move? No, pull up to the next slide. Pause here. I began to do a lot of studies, right? I like to read. You know the way people discipline themselves to read? No, I don't discipline myself to read. I discipline myself not to read. That's just how it is. I don't know how to explain how it began to happen. I have audiobooks. If you ever see me on the road, you'll see me with, what do you call it, my earpiece. I finish books on the road to class. I don't use short. I walk so that I can cover that distance. And within that distance, I'm covering audiobooks. And I was studying this material. And I found out something, that the way the brain is wired is such that when you give the brain a task, when you give the brain a goal, I wish I had those studies, but we don't have time. The brain automatically begins to organize itself to chart a course. Are you following what I'm saying? To get to that goal. Which is what I think is the greatest advantage of my life. Are you following what I'm saying? Let's move on to the next slide because of time. I have a quote here. You haven't started living until you know what you are not meant to do, which is a byproduct of knowing what you are meant to do. You hear what I said? You haven't started what? Living until you know what you are not what? Meant to do. Which is a byproduct of knowing what you are what? Meant to do. And I know I'm starting on this plane. Now, what is vision? I want you to pay serious attention to me. What is vision? Pay attention. Can I have my slides back? Back on the next one. This is not a definition I read in a book. Vision is the ability to see tomorrow, and as a result, your actions today are constrained to align to birth the tomorrow that you see. Did you hear what I said? So starting from a very young age, I just found out the Lord trained me in a very weird way, right? Let's move on to my next. I call it reverse tutoring. I will just sit down and I'll just do some things. I will not do some things. And it's later I started understanding why. For example, I came into school 100 level, 200 level. I woke up one morning, I remember I was doing stuff, and the Lord told me, get out of social media. I didn't really understand why. So I got off the place. And then, people were insulting me. Are you on Instagram? I said, I'm not on Instagram. If you want to talk to me, send me what? An email. In 200 level, you couldn't reach me via Instagram, via Telegram, any of the grams. Are you with me? You could only send me an email. That's the only thing you could do. Now, it's later I began to read Deep Work by Cal Newport, Digital Minimalism by Cal Newport, and I started realizing that a core disadvantage that our generation has is the heavy impulse nature of distractions. And it's not just that we are distracted. It is tearing down our ability to focus on one thing for long. And let me tell you, if you're going to build wealth, it's not always a case of many things. It's most times a case of one thing for long. Are you with me? So I stayed back in school. I started my first business then. My first business was a trading business, right? Trading Forex. And I read 90% of Forex traders, they do what? How many of you have invested in Forex traders before? I remember telling my team, I said, I have to rebrand myself as a real estate person because, it's one of the companies. I can't, because once you hear you're a Forex trader, you're a young boy, you're a millionaire, already, something is wrong somewhere. And that's why I dress very responsibly, just to help them balance that. Because if I wear, slippers and slides, the way our country is. And so everywhere I go, you will never see me, I don't even have jeans, you will never see me do all those things. I had to use good dressing to shock, the terrible mentality that young people should not have money at an early age. So I remember starting off that business. I read that 90% of them don't succeed. I said, wow. So I did the math. How many are we in this world? Let's imagine we're what? 1 billion, right? Let's just imagine we're 10 billion. If 90% fail, how many people have failed? Come on, how many people have failed? Some of you, if you even see 9 billion, talk less of 9 billion people. I said, we can't give this a normal approach. So I remember going off. I stayed back in school, and I went to I stayed back then, and I used to go to the library. So I spent 9 hours per day. 9 hours, morning till night. I'll be on my charts, marking and drawing turning and turning and turning. I remember one day doing those trading processes. You know when they tell you, how many of you have done, most times they don't scam you. You are the one that is a scam. They just bring the inner potential within you, right? So the way we say, I used $10. I got what? $1. I mean, no Sabinus. You now do the math. I remember, I'll tell you. So I use $1. If I use $100, I'll get what? $10. If I use $1,000, I'll get what? Let's go. So I remember back then, my daddy just sent me my allowance. I saved up all my savings. I can't remember. I can't forget. $200 was $72K then. Now $200 is how much? $140K. 2 times 7 years, about $140,000. $72K. So I took all the money. It was during class, right? Threw everything aside. What are they telling me? Then suddenly the network CSIS. The network didn't go again. I said, God. By the time I came, they were doing lecture in class. It was a GSC lecture. Philosophy. I wasn't hearing what that woman was saying. I was gone. Uluwajo. Jesus, please. I won't eat. By the time I went out, all the money was gone. You know when you are in class, when you stab class in class. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. I was in front row. I don't sit at the back in class. I sit at the front row. Every class, you see me at the front row. I was gone. The woman was talking. I was just seeing hands moving. I was not hearing anything. That was all my allowance. And I remember going back, studying and spending extensive hours. It is now that I'm realizing that the reason I could spend extensive hours to study is because the distractions were eliminated. Get what I'm saying? I wasn't, these things that you do, after reading small, you just swipe. There was nothing to swipe up. It's not like I was disciplined. There was just not any avenue to be indisciplined. It's later I started realizing that focus force gave me dangerous speed in finances. Are you following what I'm saying? Remember, I said when you know not what to do, what you're not meant to do, you go on. When you know exactly what you're not meant to do, you have started what? Living. Let's move on. There are a few things I want to point out on vision. Listen, this is why it's important. As a matter of fact, that's why we have the name Early Millionaires. In case you don't know, the whole idea of Early Millionaires is not to stir up an unhealthy desire for you to make millions and beat processes. No. The whole concept of Early Millionaires is very simple. I'm going to explain it. Listen. Come, let me have 2 people, for example. Any random 2 people, come. Wahala. You say, what? Okay, come. This is what I found out. Don't stand here, please. I want you to pay attention to me. The first advantage of vision, listen, is what I call the irresponsible money concept. I want you to pay attention to me. Let's say this is, what's your name? Somto. And this is Fermi. Good. Let's say Somto is in, like me, second, that's part of the things that, anyway, I don't have time to pull that. Somto is in, let's say, 100 level. Let's say this guy has graduated, let's say he's in his 30s or in his 40s. Are you following what I'm saying? Pay attention. Now, something happens. You get a miracle job, right? You get a tech job. And how many of you know tech bros are the ones that are cashing out, right? How many of you know that? And they pay them ridiculous amount, starting fee. Because you are just entering the system, we'll help you, we'll pay you a minimal stipend of $10,000 per month. Please, stipend me. How many of you have heard ridiculous things like that? Stipend is $25,000, right? And then we're sorry, please just manage it, right? It's because you're entry level. Once you can prove to us that you have, prove what? You're good. So listen, now he has $10,000. That's $7.5 million. Pay attention. This guy is 30 years old. He is married. He has children. Are you following me? He gets $7.5 million. He gets 7.5 million. Pay attention to me. Do you know that this guy's 7.5 million? Let's imagine he's single. Are you following what I'm saying? Like some of you here, hey man. Valentine's Day, you are sleeping. That's actually part of the advantages of being single. You can build wealth. Are you following what I'm saying? Yes, you don't have commitments. Yes, keep quiet. You're not single by choice. You not see, baby. Pay attention to me. So this guy has 7.5 million. Listen, this guy has 7.5 million. This is where I want you to pay 101% attention. Do you know that the entire way this guy, you know the funny part, like some of you do, your parents don't even know you're earning that much money. So 7.5 million, daddy will not send you 40K and tell you to manage. You say, don't worry, daddy, I know you're trying. It's well, it will be okay. You know what I'm saying? You say, any more than you. And so listen, 7.5 million guy has it. Listen carefully, please. The entire 7.5 million, the degree to which he can save, invest, is all tied to one key factor usually. Everybody say personal discipline. Look at this guy. He's 30, 35. The degree to which he can save is not tied to personal discipline. Will he tell his children to stay home that is on a savings plan? Imagine your father told you that you are not going to school. You know, I've heard so much from Dr. Steven today, so we'll be buying land. We'll go and be checking out the land. We'll go as a family for a whole year. No. Whether or not he likes it, he must buy fuel in the gen. Whether or not he likes it, he must run the cars. Are you with me? The car spoils. He must do that. So are you listening? So no matter how personally disciplined this guy is, there's a limit to how much he can chunk out. Pay attention. To push into wealth creation vehicles. Are you following what I'm saying? You see this concept, I call it irresponsible money. Money that does not yet have responsibility. If you are responsible with irresponsible money, I'm telling you, you have crazy advantage. Let me show you something. Let me tell you something. Pull up to my charts. When I said, let's take a look at this. I'm coming. Just let's take a look at this. That's one with this chart. I read this book in The Automatic Millionaire by David Bach. Quickly, please. I'm running out of time. Up on this screen. Zoom in. Zoom in. Can you zoom in? No, can you zoom in? I didn't say can you see it. Don't worry, I know you can't see it. You can't zoom in? Okay, I'll help you. Look at this guy. There are 3 columns here. In the first column, there is a guy called Billy. Follow me. You guys can sit down. I think this example will do it. Billy started saving 3,000 pounds when he was 15. Somebody say 15. And he saved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 5 years. In total, how much did he save? How much did he save in total? 15,000 pounds. Are you following me? The next person started investing at age 19 and was investing 3,000 pounds at age 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. How much is that? I did it intentionally. I knew you were not paying attention. Now pay attention. Let's go again. Please, could you just help me? Don't worry, I'll read it like that. I'm out of time. Everybody put your hands together for TC. Okay, so let's read 19, 20, 21. Let's count together. Let's go. 22, 23, 24, 25. That's 7. 3 times what? How much did the first person invest? How much did the second person invest? Can you see the third person? Should we count it or we should just leave it? What's the total amount at the end? Should I tell you? Can you go down to this slide? I don't know why it's not showing. If you guys can't, I'll read it. By the end of Billy's year, that's the first person who invested 15,000 pounds. Billy has 1,615,363. The second person who invested, 7 times 21,000 has 1 million. Now, all of them are doing if they, don't touch that money. And it compounds at a 10% interest till they are 65. The second person has 1,552,000. And the guy who has been investing 3K, should I tell you how much he has? 1.3 million pounds. What did Billy do better? Did he invest more or did he start early? There are basic delayed gratifications that can change your wealth game. Are you following what I'm saying? I remember when I came to this school by scholarship. My neighbor gave me, I think, 15,000 naira. The whole shopping for my school resumption was with 15,000 naira. We have spent 9,000 naira. My father couldn't kill himself. He didn't have the money. 6,000 naira, I came to school. When I came into school, they told me that I needed to pay my course dues. My courses were 4,000, and I needed to buy TD boards. TD board was what? By the first day, I was already in net minus. You know when you are, I came 2 weeks late. So you know when you're already scattered. You now come, one course rep, like, you don't even know each other in 100 level. It's not telling you that you have to pay for. I said, for what? Why do I have to pay 4,000 naira? It's not fight. And now it's one thing, there's a difference between when you are broke, you don't have money. When you are broken, you don't know when next you will have money. So I wasn't broke. I was what? I remember sitting down there. I have to run away from this course rep. That's the first thing. He must not see me. And the next thing is, I can't even buy that TD board. So I started scouting, and I was able to get one. But listen, and, I think, something happened. My parents now had a breakthrough, so they began to send money how they could. As little as it was, when Pastor Steve was saying that I used to eat in Bashan, are you with me? The first time I bought Pringles in this school, I think it was in 200-300 level. There are some sections that I didn't bother to go to in school. There's no point. It's not fate. I can't. What you are selling is my entire net worth. So I remember when I'm going to CAF, was to just draw near, and I'm with a group of friends and say, pause. You have your money right? You have your money right? I'm not buying food for what? Anybody. Then I used to spend 400 naira a day, 300 naira for a pack of food, and the 100 naira was just if the Lord had mercy on me, right? Are you with me? I'm not joking. I will buy donuts and sausage, then it used to be 50 naira, and then I won't buy water. So I'll eat it very slowly so it doesn't choke me, because I don't have money for water. I'm not joking. God. You would think I'm joking. I don't want to call. I eat it very slowly, right? I don't used to talk when I'm eating. Because I had to save from that money. As little as it was, I didn't spend everything. And I remember saving here and saving there and saving here and saving there. All that began to cumulatively build. Are you following what I'm saying? Because I had a what? I had a vision. I wasn't seeing today. I remember as broke as I was talking like this. I said, when I'm in 200 level, I'll be paying my school fees. When I'm in 200 level, I'll be paying my school fees. I remember I was shouting this in SS3. It was about 3 weeks to 200 level. You know those people that don't used to forget? Sir, good afternoon, sir. And what? Sir, we're almost in 200 level. Are you following what I'm saying? Irresponsible money. I think that's the heaviest advantage. There's a young man, one of the companies we own helps young people get real estate property. The guy's a photographer, right? And then, I do property consulting for him. And I sat down with the guy, helped him build his property portfolio. Between, November and March, the guy had grown over 6 million because he strategically invested. How much did he invest? 1 million, 1.5. It's one money. Are you following what I'm saying? Now, you know what will happen? He will have 6 million extra to do what? Build wealth. Some of you are eating your future tomorrow and wondering why it is empty. You know what I found out? It's not even, you don't have to be, I know you can start a business, but not even start a business. Small basic steps. Are you following what I'm saying? I want to run through very quickly. The second advantage you have right now is, I call it the 10 steps concept as I round up. And what's the 10 steps concept? It's very simple. Come. I found out that in the field, you are not paid simply because you have spent time. You have paid because of how much value. Are you with me? Something happened to me one day. I have a training, I have a mentorship program like that. And while I was gathering knowledge, I will sign up for people's mentorship programs. They call ridiculous amounts. Mentorship program is $10,000. Mentorship program is $50,000. And I remember when I get into the mentorship program, I'll now be looking. Some of this, what they are teaching is sir, you should sign up for my mentorship program. I didn't have a mentorship program then. But I realized that they were not just paid by what they were saying, because they have spent time in an industry. Their name had gained weight, so they could charge ridiculous amounts. Are you with me? The 10-step concept is very simple. This is why you must catch a vision early. Very simple. Take a look at me. This is what many of us are doing. Oh, sir, what do you say you do again? I do Forex. Okay. Is there a Forex course? Yes. Let me buy it. 1, 2, 3. And then you are scrolling on Instagram. As you scroll on Instagram, you see one of your friends. You know the way people do all these flashy life things, right? I said, what do you do? I do affiliate marketing. What will you do? You do affiliate marketing. That's how you became rich. There's no problem. You go back again, and you do what? You take how many steps again? 1, 2, 3. Are you following what I'm saying? How many steps in total? And as you're doing affiliate marketing, one of the guys, come. Affiliate marketing is not the way. Dr. Stephen Akentel just left here. Or Pastor Steve just left here. He told you he was selling bonds. Let's get into a food business. What do? You leave that one again. You come here. How many steps do you take? 1, 2, 3. How many steps in total? Let's imagine you took one here. That makes it what? How many steps have you taken in total? And let me tell you, every business has its threshold of success. You will spend some time. And the reason why this is happening is very simple. You don't have a vision. You don't know where you're going. But then somebody has a vision, locks head on. I'm going to, build wealth through real estate, whatever. And it starts, and it takes 10 steps. Let's count together. I want to go. 1. And what? Who is ahead? This guy or that guy? They have both taken 10 steps, but that one has taken 10 varying steps. And that's a challenge I'm seeing in this generation. Ask somebody, what do you do one day? He said, I do everything. I said, the reason why you are nowhere is because you are too everywhere. You're doing everything. You're not going to build wealth like that. Some of you, it's in your investments. You move the money from stock. You invest in bamboo today. By tomorrow, you move it to rice vest. By tomorrow, you move it to... why? Are you following what I'm saying? What can you see tomorrow? Are you following me? I have a quote I want to end with. It doesn't matter. Go back, please. What you are doing. What matters is what you are seeing while you are doing it. Say that with me. It doesn't matter what you are doing. It matters what you are seeing while you are doing it. Tomorrow must power your actions of today. Are you with me? I wouldn't go for some parties, not because I don't have the money. Not because I don't even, there's some certain things I won't do. I remember when I was in 200 level, that's when I earned my first million. And I was sitting down there, and there are a lot of things I could have done. I bought my first iPhone when I was in like 400 level. Are you with me? And I remember, I said, no, we must build wealth first. We must build wealth first. I started looking for properties to buy, 200 level. So, some things when you say it, you don't look okay. That's when I started looking for property. I remember my first deposit for a property, 200 level. I mean, 500 level, it has done 500% increase. I won't give you figures. Are you with me? It wasn't too much money, but I was seeing tomorrow. I was seeing tomorrow. Some of you, like I said, little constriction. You must see what? Tomorrow. It's very important. You've got to have that vision. Why am I not spending everything? I'm seeing what? Tomorrow. Why am I not going to carry and just buy unnecessary things? I'm seeing what? Tomorrow. This is the period of irresponsible money. you will never have it in your life again. Are you following what I'm saying? Warren Buffett had a very strange advantage. Y'all think Warren Buffett is rich. He's not the best investor. There's another investor who has averaged 30% per year. But Warren Buffett started at what? Age 11. Tell your neighbor, see tomorrow. Come on, say it again. Say, see tomorrow. Let it power you today. Does that make sense? Right, so thank you so much. Before I go, just like other speakers, we have an offer for you. This is the most stressful thing I do in my life every year. I have 6 companies. If I tell you this is the most stressful thing, believe me, that is the most stressful thing. I take out time to train people every single year for 6 months, theory training. The remaining 6 months, it's when I oversee your business. I have a very high intelligence, by God's grace, when it comes to SMEs, scaling you up. Are you with me? We call it the Bolu Okunade Mentorship Program, and we're taking only 100 people within 6 months. We're giving you a special offer. If you want, you don't have to, but it's not by force. Anyways, I'll say, if you want a special offer, so it's 100,000 naira. It's so much money. That's fine. It's not by what? People are angry with me. It's not by what? But we're going to allow you to do something today. So we allow people make a 10,000 naira deposit and spread your balance over 6 months. However, we're doing a special offer for you today. And what that simply means is if you come as a group of 5, right? Maybe you and your 4 friends. So some of you just ask anybody, are you paying? Instead of you paying 100,000, we will allow you pay 80,000. So we'll give you 100,000 naira discount. How many of you are excited about that? Right? And what we're going to do, we will still allow you make your 10,000 deposit, and then you can spread your payment all the way till December. Does that make sense? Right? So, thank you so much. And okay, a note is also reaching me. If you're interested in real estate, you want to start your real estate investments, we also have a consultancy company. We're going to train you. We're going to help you on your property development and acquisition. It's called Z Realty, Realtorship for Gen Z. Does that make sense? They have a stand outside, and they are going to help you with all of that. Can we put our hands together for